Hello learners, welcome back to a new video of revision chapter 5 coal and petroleum part 2. Last video I had explained about coal, its availability and the processing of coal, which products are formed and what are the uses. Today you will study the second fossil fuel, that is petroleum, widely used. So petrol is used as a fuel in light automobiles such as motorbike or uh, scooters, cars, etc. And heavy motor vehicles like truck, buses, tractors, etc. use diesel. Petrol and diesel are obtained from natural resource called petroleum. So petroleum is the fossil fuel digging from the earth, and from the refining of petroleum or the mineral oil, we will get some products out of that. Petrol and diesel are very important fuel. Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. Already you had studied the coal is obtained from the vegetation, forest at low-lying wetland areas. The forest will be deforested and the soil will be depositing over that, and the coal is formed after millions and millions of years. Carbonization took place and the coal is formed. So here petroleum is also a fossil fuel, but it is formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with the layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, in the absence of air, high temperature and high pressure, it is transformed this dead organism into petroleum and natural gas. So when we are digging petroleum, sidewise natural gas is also producing. So how the petroleum is formed? Petroleum is formed from the organism living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies are settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, absence of air and high temperature and high pressure, it is transformed into petroleum and natural gas. So here one picture is given. You can see the petroleum and natural gas deposits. It is from the sea or ocean. Petroleum fields are there. It shows the deposits of petroleum and natural gas. The world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, that is in USA, in the year 1859. 8 years later, in 1867, oil was struck at Makam in Assam, that is in India. So in India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. So in these particular states in India, Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and Godavari and Krishna basins, the petroleum deposits are, or mineral oil fields are there. First time in the world's first mineral oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, that is in USA, in the year 1859. Now, refining of petroleum. The petroleum which is digging from the earth is, we will call it as crude oil, and there are a number of products or things are dissolved in that. So we have to separate it by the refining process in the refineries. So petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. So the process of separating various constituents or the fractions of petroleum is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. So students, you can see here the petroleum refinery is situated in Gujarat. You can see Ankaleshwar, the famous petroleum refinery is there. Then Vadodara it is there. Hajira also it is there. And from Hajira in Surat it is digging also. So you can see the picture of petroleum and natural gas deposits from the deep sea. So this is the way the oil is deposited in the deep sea or oceans. Now you see the picture of the refinery, a petroleum refinery. So what is meant by a petroleum refinery? The process of separating various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as refining, and the refining is carried out in a particular factory or the place called petroleum refinery. Now here one column is given. You can see table 5.1, various constituents of petroleum and their uses. So when we are doing the refinery work in the petroleum refinery, some constituent products are coming up. So which are the constituents of petroleum and what are their main uses? You can see one by one. So various constituents of petroleum and their uses. Petroleum gas in liquid form, that is having less boiling point, so it will come out first. So petroleum gas in liquid form, that is called LPG, and it is used fuel for home and industry. That cylinders which we are getting for cooking purposes, it is consist of LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. Second number is petrol. It is used for motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. So these are the main uses of petrol. Petrol is one of the main fuel of two-wheelers as well as small vehicles, cars, etc. And it is also used for aviation fuel, that is in the planes, the purest form. Solvent for dry cleaning, laundries also it is used. Third one is kerosene. Kerosene is used for fuel for stoves, lamps and for jet aircrafts. So those places there is no gas connection or remote places, so people are still using kerosene for burning the stoves, and if no electricity is there, then they are using the kerosene lamps. And it is also used for jet aircrafts. Next one is diesel. Diesel is a fuel for heavy motor vehicles and electric generators. So diesel is widely used in heavy motor vehicles like tractor, bus, jeep, etc. and also used as a fuel for electric generators. Next one is lubricating oil. Lubricating oil is used for lubrication to control or to prevent the friction between the parts of the machines. Oiling we are doing in the cycle, sewing machine, etc. with the help of this lubricating oil. Next one is paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is used for making oilments, candles, Vaseline, etc. And one more is there, that is called bitumen. Bitumen already I had explained in the code, as nowadays bitumen is getting from the refining of petroleum, used as for metaling the roads. Earlier coal tar was using, now it is replaced by bitumen. Now we can see that some of the main uses of these particular substances. Here you can see many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These are termed as petrochemicals. So these are used in the manufacture of detergents, fibers, that is artificial fibers like polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc. Then polythene and other man-made plastics. Then hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas is used in the production of fertilizers like urea. Due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also called black gold. So petroleum otherwise known as black gold because variety of substances are made from petroleum. When the refining is done, different products are coming out or constituents of petroleum, and they are widely used in various industries and other work. So mainly uses of substances obtained from petroleum and natural gas. They are called petrochemicals, and they are widely used in the manufacture of detergents, artificial fibers, then plastics, polythene and other man-made plastics. Hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas is used in the production of fertilizer like urea. So it is widely used in commercial purposes. So petroleum is also called as black gold. Now comes the next one. When petroleum is digging, as a byproduct, natural gas is also coming out. So what are the uses of natural gas? Natural gas is very important fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. It is called CNG. Most of the auto rickshaws and school buses etc. are filled with CNG. Even cars also having CNG kits are there. So it is natural gas in compressed form. CNG is used for power generation. It is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting and it is called as a cleaner fuel. So natural gas is very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas, call it as CNG, and CNG is used for power generation, and it is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting and it is a cleaner fuel. Now, the great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning purposes. So CNG can be directly used for burning purposes as it is easy to transport through pipeline and no need of doing any cleaning work or processing work. It can be done directly for household purposes through the pipeline. Most of your houses may have the gas pipeline, so it consists of this type of gases, natural gas. So it is easily now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles. So it is less polluting and it is a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be directly used for burning in homes and factories where it can be supplied through pipes. Such a network of pipelines exists in Vadodara and some part of Delhi and other places. Even Surat also we are having that pipelines. Now, next part is natural gas is also used as a starting material for manufacturing of number of chemicals and fertilizers like petroleum or the coal. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for manufacturing of number of chemicals and fertilizers. India has vast reserves of natural gas. In our country, natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. So many places in India like Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in Krishna Godavari Delta, natural gas is obtained and it is widely used for manufacturing number of chemicals and fertilizers. Now we will come to know some natural resources are limited. Why it is called exhaustible natural resources and what we can do to control or to prevent the exhausting of these natural resources. How the next generation can use natural resources if we will use judiciously and prudently. You know that coal and petroleum are fuels, fossil fuels. It required the dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels, whether it is vegetation or animals or the organisms. It will take millions of years to convert into fossil fuels. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last almost a few hundred years. So at present, the mineral oil fields or the coal fields are existing only for few hundred years because day by day the consumers are more and more and the field is drying or exhausting. Moreover, burning of these fuels is a major cause of air pollution. So when these fuels are burning, hydrocarbons are coming out and it pollutes the air. So it is one of the major cause of air pollution. Their use is also linked to global warming. So more and more petrol, diesel and other coal, etc. using. So it will be related to or linked with global warming, that is greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide gas will be existing in the atmosphere. So the temperature of the earth is every year it is increasing. It is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. So how can you control this use of or control this global warming or air pollution? One thing we can, it is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. This will result in better environment, smaller risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. So if we will use precisely and judiciously, absolutely necessary time only if we will use this type of fuels, so we can control the global warming and environment become better and the availability of these natural resources exists for a longer period of time. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, we will call it as PCRA, advises the people how to save petrol or diesel while driving. So one guideline given by PCRA, that is Petroleum Conservation Research Association, to the drivers, those who are using the vehicles. What are the points they had? They given the tips. First one, drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. So same speed or moderate speed we have to use the vehicles. Every now and then don't change the speed of the vehicle. Then the fuel will be more utilizing, more hydrocarbons will comes out, smoke will comes out and it will pollute the atmosphere. Second thing, switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Suppose heavy traffic jam is there, then instead of switch on this engine, you can switch off the engine, wait for the traffic jam to clear. And if you want to wait for someone, switch off the engine so that we can minimize the use of fuel. Next one, ensure correct tire pressure. So tire pressure also you have to check from time to time before going a journey. Next one, ensure regular maintenance of the vehicles. So from time to time, maintenance work of the vehicle should be done so that the pollution will be controlled and the fuel will be less utilizing, and when we are driving, a constant and moderate speed should be used as far as possible. Then switch off the engines at the traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Next one, ensure the correct tire pressure and ensure regular maintenance of the vehicles. So students, today I had explained about the next part of the chapter, coal and petroleum. That is the next fuel, petroleum and natural gas, how they are digging up and what are the uses of this. I hope you had followed this. Uh, Along with this chapter I had completed. So already notes we had already given. So now you can learn the answers thoroughly and read the chapter and listen the video, all the points I had explained. Not only mugging the question answer, you have to read the textbook. We will meet with another lesson revision in the next video. Till then, goodbye.